Hello, my name is Olivia Ward, and today I'm going to be talking about how to do an interview. Have you ever done an interview before? Well, I have. I've done many, and it's not as scary as people think it is. Today I'm going to be covering the 3 main topics of how to do an interview. First things first, you're going to want to dress professionally and be welcoming. You're going to want to dress kind of like me, as in business professional, professionally, dressy, or business casual, because if you're going into any, let's say, business or marketing or entrepreneurship, you're going to want to look professional. You're not going to want to look like you just woke out of bed. You're not going to want to dress in pajama pants or sweatpants, because if you don't come in dressing professional, they're not going to want to think you're going to take the job seriously. They're not going to really want someone who's kind of not very well best dressed. The other thing is be welcoming. You're going to want to be welcoming to the person you're interviewing. You're going to want to kind of show them around the building, kind of show them what the place is like, how it's ran, what you do in the position, like for the job, and what their position is going to entail and how it's going to be ran and like. You're going to want to make them not so uptight, and kind of make them more comfortable so they're not as nervous and they kind of open up and be more of themselves, because if they're nervous, they're going to be not more of themselves. And if you be welcoming, it kind of shows a positive outlook on you and kind of the company, because if you welcome them and then they come back to the job, they're going to come back being able to ask you questions. They want to feel like they have someone to talk to during the job. If they have any concerns, they can code you. Secondly, you're going to want to ask appropriate questions. You're not going to want to ask uncomfortable questions, inappropriate questions, some questions that can push people away, because you want to attract more people. You want to make people feel comfortable and welcomed. You're not going to want to push them away. The uncomfortable questions you should not be asking is ethnicity, anything about politics, religion, family-related things, because those are the type of things that will make people uncomfortable or maybe offensive to people. The appropriate questions you should be asking is kind of what the extracurricular activities like, what outside of work life do they do, because that may kind of interfere with what their work schedule will be like and kind of what they're looking for. They want to look for someone who has a good opening for working, someone who's able to work. If you do nothing with your life, most likely they want people who do things and who are going to be best fit for the job. They're also going to ask if you're a high school graduate, in high school, college, if you have any college degrees, GED. They're going to ask questions like that to get to know you, kind of get to know what you have done in your life. Thirdly, you're going to want to compare the two interviews in their resumes, and you're going to compare the person's strengths, weaknesses, what they have done in life, and kind of get to know the person a little bit better, kind of know who they are, kind of what they will be like on the job, and to see if they would try and be best fit for the position. You're going to want to compare them to another person's resume, because we're not going to choose favorites. There is no favoritism. There should not be any favoritism. And you want to compare the two to see who best fits for the job more, because 2 people might be going for one job, one position. They both might be really good, but somebody might have more better qualities than one person can give, or their availability might not be as open as one person's. So you want to kind of compare the two. You're also going to want to you're going to want to answer their questions, give any feedback, ask for any feedback if they need anything, kind of talk to them a little bit. And then you're going to want to prepare for your next interview. You're going to want to get your questions all ready, your papers, and be professionally dressed. In conclusion, you know how to do an interview. And if you ever get the chance to do an interview, you will know the 3 main topics of how to do an interview. Be welcoming, ask appropriate questions, and review and answer any questions about the interview that your interviewer has. Thank you for listening to my speech on how to do an interview.